We literally come up with the video. What I mean,
Literally came up with the video 10 minutes before. Okay, we're not putting that on there, obviously.
why not?
No, I have a video for you.
Okay, fine. Let's do it.
This guy's all over the place, bro.
Okay,
What's going on?
Well, let's go. Come on.
Did you read the comments for yesterday's video?
No,
Oh.
I didn't. Why?
Okay.
Well,
Hey,
Is it
before
bad?
we start, no, it's funny.
Okay. All right.
You did it real?
I didn't. I think I read a couple, but they were all like good.
Somebody called you a big mouth.
Call me a big mouth?
Yeah, how does
That's a compliment. Was it in a complimentary way or?
I think so. It was cute.
Who's
It's
this
funny.
son of a bitch?
He's gonna go check now. Anyways, while he's doing that, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Welcome to our 101 video. 101. We're officially over the 100. Now, hopefully, because Mr. B said that it should start picking up.
I can't believe somebody called me a big mouth. I am not a big mouth. I barely talk. You're talking way more than I do. Who's this guy that put the comment on there?
We don't know.
Can we delete?
No, it's great.
Okay,
let it, because
I don't care about the negativity. Even though I'd hit that in a positive way.
Anyways, I got a video for you because we've asked a lot of people on our channel. People have been saying we should talk about community issues, and one of the biggest community issues that I believe that isn't out there is that like brown men or South Asian men don't have places where they go to talk about things. Just general, like you and I don't share. Yeah, women do.
We don't open up to each other, you mean?
Yeah, brown men don't open up.
Well, men in general don't.
Men don't in general,
But definitely, I think, yeah,
but South Asian men don't really.
it's fair.
I want to say. Okay.
I'd say that's fair.
And then this video popped up on our feed a few weeks ago. So I figured this is relevant. And since we want to transition the channel over, let's get into it. Sure.
Not enough people are talking about the pressure and the crap that South Asian men have to put up with as well. I have seen and been to so many women events where South Asian women are starting to change the dialogue around each other, and we are rising and hearing each other and being there for each other. But it is not happening in the South Asian male space at all. They have...
That's what I mean.
Like, yeah, I mean, they're doing like events. You mean?
No,
they're
but like,
sitting around and like talking about their issues.
yeah, like conversation in like the Asian, any South Asian
Right.
women, right? Like women share. Women share to other women,
Sure.
share pain, they share happiness, they share everything. Whether it's to make the other person jealous or not, and good or thing, those are all crazy things.
Sure.
But the dialogue is definitely different between how men talk between each other. Like you don't ever hear, I don't ever hear like men.
Like guys being together in a little circle and chit-chatting, you mean?
yeah, like not.
Is that what she's saying? Like, is that what the word she just said?
No, she's just saying that the dialogue has changed. Like it's improving between women
Right.
where they talk and share about things. But in South Asian men, she doesn't see it a lot.
Okay.
have this unspoken pressure to be a breadwinner, to give back and take care of their parents when they retire, and to just be strong, not to show emotion. We haven't changed the dialogue enough around.
Interesting.
Not show emotion. I don't know if men show emotion, but they only show emotion to the people that they actually will trust, especially brown men.
Yeah, trust is a big thing.
The trust is the biggest thing, especially with your partner. Like, I don't go and share with everybody in the world.
No, you trust your woman, you will open up to her.
Yeah.
It's not like men don't open up. They do open up, but they're not opening up to you if you're a loose cannon. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, do you feel like brown Korean are just a lot more emotional than the other side?
The emotional women in general are more emotional than men.
Yeah, okay, right.
The fact that that's there, but I don't like men don't open up generally to anybody, even their friends. It has to be somebody like very close that you trust.
They tend to keep it in and then just
Yeah.
kind of bottle it up and just keep going through life that way, you know?
Yeah. And when it comes to sharing, I don't think we share with any, like, we share with people that, like, our partner, right? And that's to the extreme. Like, if the partner messes up once, and that trust is broken, we'll never share again. Men don't share again.
Yeah, but I feel like, opening up to brown girls, you kind of really put yourself out there.
Yeah.
For them not to use that
Against you.
against you, because a lot of brown girls will do that, and that is not a dig. That is tried and
Reality.
tested. Tried and tested.
Been through it?
Tried and tested, man. They will use it against you, or they'll say it in some sarcastic way down the road, and just, it's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just not. But I do feel that, she's hitting on some good points there. Like, there could be, like, not networking events, because you're not networking, but like, there's some sort of venue where guys could just come.
Yeah.
We could do it even here in the gym. Get a bunch of bande together.
Yeah, there was.
That-
You know what? Last year I saw on Facebook. There was a post, and it's a community just in the north. It's around just outside of Winnipeg here.
Yeah.
In Transcona. These guys, they all meet up every other week. And it's just a group of men just meet up. They have a bonfire. They have a few drinks, and they just have conversations.
That'd be great to do that here.
And people should be doing that. People should be opening up, because you don't want to isolate yourself.
Well, there should be some level of community. In Canada, we have no community.
Yeah.
There's no level of community. Don't know your neighbors. Your friend circle is super small. You're seeing them like once every 3 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
There's no community. You don't walk. Like, I was just in Jamaica community. Like, you walk, you talk, you know people, like, and you're enjoying their company. You're sitting here chatting,
Yeah.
Just a different lifestyle in those countries.
Well,
You have it wrong here.
yeah, and it's okay to share, right? But I just don't think that brown people or brown men have that space. Even when breakups happen, why do you think so many of them because the idea when a breakup happens with the man takes it extreme, like alcoholism,
Desi guys
go
can-
addicted to something.
Yeah, Desi guys can kind of lose it. I've seen Desi girls lose it too, though. But
Yeah.
I think we're specifically talking about the bande. Then they can.
The conversation's not there.
I think they also lack confidence.
Yeah,
Right. So there's lots of things there, but
yeah. Okay, you've obviously been through separation.
No,
right?
never.
No, never.
like Diljit, कभी दिल नहीं टूटा? नहीं तो क्यों बस तोड़ना? दिल नु क्यों है? Diljit's like fucking bulletproof, just to keep the thing going. What dil? I have a heart. Oh no, how can you break? It's so stupid.
So you've obviously been through it. Did your friends know you were going through it?
No. Listen, you should be able to keep some things private.
Yeah.
Women that go and spill the beans to 9 of their friends, the worst thing to do. And you can talk to any psychologist out there. Do not go and share every little detail about your relationship with your friends, because they will hate the person that you're with.
Yeah.
And you'll never go back to your friends and say, oh, it's good now, because generally you've told them way too much and you can't take it back.
And they'll use it
that's-
against you.
They won't use it against you. They'll obviously distance yourself from you.
Yeah.
You have to develop some sort of system where you're able to not share with everybody, share with family, or share with maybe one really close friend that ain't going to judge you. And if you don't know if this friend's going to judge you or not, then maybe you shouldn't be that close with them.
Yeah.
Like, you have your people, man.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that one person, then you have to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated. Like, you should be able to, life's full of complicated stuff. You have to be able to internally figure it out.
Yeah.
And just because I don't come crying on your shoulder, that doesn't mean that I don't have the capability or the ability to figure it out. Like, it's shitty, sure, but I'm not gonna go and tell some of my guy friends, who cares? Why would
They care.
nobody cares at the end of the day?
Yeah.
You tell them a story, they might sympathize with you, but I think the people that really care are very far and few. There's not many that genuinely care about how you're doing and will follow up with you. And but yeah, I mean, going to friends it's a bit of a slippery slope, I feel.
And do you think that because she's saying that the dialogue is changing between women, right? Do you think the dialogues should be changing between men?
Of course.
Brown men?
Of course. I think there's lots of issues that South Asian men can be talking about, just like the women are talking about, because they have lots of issues too, as we do.
Yeah.
So, but I think another thing is always why aren't they having those things together? I always feel like women do their own thing, men do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, isn't the relationship going to be between a man and a woman?
Yeah.
There's no like cohesive setting either, you know?
Mhm.
It'd be good to kind of do both.
Yeah. Yeah. There should be a conversation between each other.
Both of them, yeah.
Like how men can improve and how women can improve. You know, if you have a conversation, it just comes down to actually having it. I don't think brown boys,
They don't have it.
they don't have it, or not yet. And hopefully this will open up. Like
Maybe we'll start something.
yeah. Okay.
Around South Asian men being able to not be okay. I don't think I've ever witnessed a group of brown boys speak about, hey, are you okay? Is there anything that's going on at home? Do you need help with something? There is the largest amount of South Asian and brown boys that go through mental health issues that we do not talk about. I have been witness to losing friends to mental health, specifically brown boys who have definitely suffered from unfair societal expectations. If anyone knows any initiatives out there where people are doing something to start this conversation, I would love to know and be a part of it, because it is something that really needs to get louder, and it's frustrating that it hasn't been something that we've spoken about. Anyway, there's my rant, but I just really hope that if you are a brown boy out there who's taking on the whole wide world, you are studying, you are coming home, you're being strong, you're keeping a strong face, you're providing for your family, you're being a good son, a good partner, a good brother, good on you. That's a lot.
I love her accent.
The thing is,
Makeup is great.
UK.
Makeup is great. She's just makeup is on point. She looks good, simple, you know. There's no like
Yeah.
19 layers.
No. Yeah.
But you know what? Like, interesting enough, there are pressures though. Like, you have those pressures
Yeah.
more than your brother does.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
maybe, you know, it's just how it is. He could be like 2 days born earlier, which would be impossible, but let's just say.
But he would have the pressure then.
But no, yeah, so then he would have the pressure.
Yeah.
It could be 10 minutes earlier, and you're going to have just more pressure because you're older, right?
Older.
I think having older siblings actually helps sometimes.
Yeah.
Because but if you can share that, like there's 3 of you, so you guys share it, but maybe you just generally take more of the
stress, yeah.
to like guide things and figure things out. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely a big thing
Yeah.
for brown guys, and I don't think it's not even close to talked about enough. But it'd be nice to have some type of community. Just call 10 guys and just have like a round table.
Yeah. No, and it's like, and I get her point, and I understand where she's coming from about the fact that she doesn't see, and a lot of people go through, brown guys that are going through mental health issues, right? That's why we have Ronnie, who is basically our guy to go to talk to, right? He's a therapist.
He's in the community. He's the therapist, right?
Yeah, he's a social worker.
Giving that totally wrong. He's a social worker.
He's a therapist.
Oh my god.
No, he's a therapist. Okay.
Ronnie. Social.
Yeah, he's a social guy. Okay.
Sorry, man.
And he works with PCHS, who is Punjabi Community Health Services, and they're free services, and they're not just for Punjabi people, they're for everybody. Okay, so if anybody needs the information, we'll link it down below in the description. But those kind of people, you can't just go to a therapist just to talk, right? Brown guys will not go do that, right? Even if they're going through something mental health, because it's a stigma in our community, right? It's a stigma from our parents. It's our you're going to go see a therapist,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's why a lot of guys just turn to like substance abuse. So it's alcohol or it's drugs, which is like really bad.
Yeah.
But don't turn to that stuff. There's other ways to kind of figure it out. And I don't know. That doesn't get you anywhere.
Because for some reason in our community or in our world, in the South Asian men world, these kind of issues don't exist for people, apparently. Even though they do, the reality is like older generations don't understand that these are actual issues that people just are not supposed to bring up.
But if you look at the older generation, how did they do it? They just dealt with it.
Yeah, but they didn't have as much.
Oh, come on.
So, like,
Are you serious?
Are you
Your
serious?
dad didn't have stresses when he came here?
No, it's different stresses.
Like what?
So his focus was obviously, immigration, getting his family here, right? Building a house, those things,
Right.
right? What are the issues that are happening here? Breakups happen here. Now that you're open to not worried about any of those stuff, Your work life is your work life,
Right.
Right. Your personal life is where it becomes the issues,
I,
right?
I think is this mostly just about personal life, like your relationship shit? Is that like
isn't that what brown
meat?
guys really have problems with?
Life is more about other
Relationships
things. You have to be able to like, you know, pivot out of stupid relationships. Like,
Yeah.
the older generation, I think, had way more stress, man.
Oh no,
It's way
they
easier
did.
for us to make
I'm not
money.
undermining that.
Yeah, it's way easier for us to like do things.
Yeah, no,
As it was like the resources that we have now, the stress generally should be less,
should be less. Yes,
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, if we're just talking about can't get over a breakup,
No, but that's not the only mental health issues people have nowadays.
there's still pressures.
There's depressions.
I think the new generation is just weak.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
They're not built with
Yeah.
like some level of resolve.
Yeah.
It's like one little thing falls out of place and it's like the whole house of cards comes crumbling down. It's
Crumbling,
like,
yeah.
holy.
Yeah.
I just,
There was a thing I heard. Hard times create hard men.
yeah.
Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men.
Weak men. 100%. And it's,
Whoever recorded that, we'll just put it over here.
I've seen it. I've seen it like 19,000 times. Yeah.
See it on like every motivation thing, on the alpha motivation page.
It's true though, in some ways, you know?
Yeah. Well,
but-
hey, you know, and I personally, because when we were doing a research on like, oh, let's talk about self-studies of men, right? Because again, she's right. There isn't a lot of communities built around men just being able to have conversations or dialogues about this, right? And it's okay to open up, just open up to the right channels, maybe, right?
Open up to the right people, man, because
Right people.
or just keep it inside.
Yeah,
And just deal with it. No, I mean, you could keep things inside and just deal with it.
and deal with it. Yeah,
You don't need to.
yeah.
You don't need to do that. I feel strongly about that. I've never been one to like, you know, you can cry by yourself and you can still deal with your stuff on your own. But there's an expectation for us bande to be a certain level of like strong.
Yeah.
Just get it done. Just don't. You can't really say no. You got to do it. You got to be that person. You know
That
the
masculinity.
masculine person. Yeah, you gotta just be that. I mean, it's a totally different situation for, especially like the older, if you're like the older one in the family
Yeah.
and the guy. Then it's like,
Yeah, you got
Top.
this is the society pressures are there,
Right.
Because you don't want to. Again, you're my responsibility. Okay, I mean I'll go personal here. Okay,
I won't.
Not everybody's experience. I'll go personal here. Okay, so I left the career because my family, my dad, my parents needed me
you to
right?
like work and stuff.
Yeah, and I needed to be home. I needed to be because military kept me away everywhere, right? So I was never back home. I wasn't able to help my parents. Being the oldest of the family, it was my responsibility to take care of my parents.
Yeah.
Right? I chose to leave my career so that I can go and take care of my parents. Right? That was a choice that I had to make.
Right.
Even though I would go back in a heartbeat if I knew my parents were okay, if they could
Right.
handle themselves. But being first immigrants here, right? You have to be that support.
Yeah.
So I chose to be that support for my parents, and I came back. Right? That was a personal choice, but it all went for a positive for me.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Now I get to be with my family more. I get to spend time with them. I get to
worked
see
out
them
good.
every day.
Yeah.
It worked out good.
It worked out
right?
good.
But I dealt with it myself.
Yeah.
Right? I think that it's how you deal with your internal problems. It's okay to do it alone.
I mean, you have to be able to do it on your own.
Oh, yeah.
But
Exactly.
so, I mean, that is a good thing. I feel. I think it just builds a lot more character and a lot more resolve. But if you're at a point where you really are struggling, then you should reach out.
Yeah.
You know, some things you can and some things you can't. And the ones that but you have to be able to make that call. Like
yeah.
you have to at least have that wherewithal to be like, listen, this is a little out of my grasp here. I can't manage this. So let me now look outwards and see who's going to be there for me. And hopefully you have those people. Because, you know, when you don't have those people or that support network, then it's really tough. Yeah. Right?
It is.
I think even if you have those people, you kind of go through life with just, they're there. Without even knowing it, you know that they're there.
They're there.
And you're more confident. Even if things does hit the wall, you're able to be like, yeah, you know what, like I have things that I can bounce off of.
Yeah.
Right. So it's important to have that support system, right?
Yeah.
If it's not family, then hopefully you have some good mentors or some good friends.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can kind of lean on and kind of get through it.
I like what she said at the end here. Maybe we can.
Really needs to get louder, and it's frustrating that it hasn't been something that we've spoken about. Anyway, there's my rant, but I just really hope that if you are a brown boy out there who's taking on the whole wide world, you are studying, you are coming home, you're being strong.
But one thing is very kind of interesting is that she's a
Part of it because
she's a brown girl that's like saying something positive for brown guys, because every desi chick out there cannot stop hating on it. But you've seen, by every, I don't mean every, obviously,
Yeah.
but a lot of the TikToks we see, it's a lot of making fun of, putting them down. I mean, there are some things that they should be put down for 100%, but it's nice that somebody took this approach.
Yeah.
It's a different angle, and it's a needed one and a good one.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be like ridicule and putting it down and making a joke out of it. Like there's some serious things, and the women have their issues too.
Yeah.
But you don't see a lot of. Do you ever notice that actually? You don't see a lot of guys, like a guy just sitting there, just shitting on a South Asian women's generally. Do you?
No.
No, but you see a lot of South Asian women videos shitting on the guys. Maybe there's just more issues with the guys, but I don't think so.
I think no. I think women are just they're able to easily talk about it. Like that girl that just we did a video with that Pakistani girl that was talking about South Asian issues, right?
Right.
She just decided that she's gonna start posting and talking about these issues.
Right.
I haven't been able to find anybody on the men's side to be able to be on socially and talk about these issues.
Well, there's that modern. They kind of talk about it, but
Yeah, like there's podcasts and stuff, but they're not talking about. They're just talking about generalized, realtors and stuff like that.
Right.
There's no like actual conversation between like men being like, okay, well, I got a problem. I feel like this. I feel like shit. I'm having mental health issues. Those conversations are not happening.
No, and they absolutely should be happening.
And so for the fact that this girl decided that she's gonna, put this message out there, kind of like it started a conversation between us. That's why we're doing this video. And so I think that there isn't somebody right now, but maybe there can be. And when she said that she'd like to
Be a part of it.
yeah, like this part.
Unfair societal expectations. If anyone knows any initiatives out there where people are doing something to start this conversation, I would love to know and be a part of it.
So if there is anybody, and if you guys know any initiatives, any conversations or any groups, things, right? We'll share it. We'll put it in our bio, whatever. Let us know.
There's not that many out there.
There isn't, right? And so, and maybe
we start it.
Talk to Tagger, okay?
Tiger.
We'll figure something out. We'd love to do it, right?
Love to do it.
We're brown men. Let's toss. Okay, anyway, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next video. Good?
Next month. Yes.
Peace.